We're going to go on and get started. So Uncle Mike, go ahead and let's do our thing.
All right, I want to say good evening to everyone. Want to welcome everybody to our Tuesday night Atomy call. We're going to start by doing the company motto. I will demonstrate how we do it. I will say company motto, are you ready? We'll raise a fist and say yes. I'll say go. We'll say cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility, Aja, Aja, Aja. Okay? All right, everybody unmute. Everybody unmute. Everybody unmute. With that being said and done, I just have one question. Company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
Cherish
Cherish
the
the spirit. Create the vision.
follow the
Follow the faith.
humility. All right, thank you very
Aja.
much. Everybody mute your phone. We're going to turn it back over to Sales Master Sharon Wilson. Take it away, Sharon.
All right, thank you for that. So we're going to do our product disclaimer. And you all know that we're not here to diagnose any medical problems. However, this site is for informational and educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice or consultation with a healthcare professional. All right, that being said, we're going to go on and get started, and we want to welcome everyone that's on the call, but especially our guests. If you are a guest tonight, I want you to do me a favor, if you don't mind, go to the reaction section and hit hand raise so that we'll know, and it'll pop you up to the top so we'll know who you are. If you're a guest tonight, go ahead and do that, or you can put your name in the chat section. But we want to thank you for being on the call tonight and definitely being a man and woman of your word and showing up. We appreciate you. So let's celebrate our guests who are on the call and those that are coming on. All right, great, great, great. All right, time to see. Yes. So at this time, our leaders are here. We're so grateful for them, and they're going to just greet you. Miss Viley, I want you to take it away and just do your 30-second commercial. Miss Viley, sales master.
My grandbaby gave it a room. Good evening. I'm Viley. Hold on a minute, y'all.
It's Viley.
Hold on a second, okay. Phone ring and everything. But anyway, my name is Viley Ford. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I just want to say good evening, Atomians. And it's good to be in the Atomy business. And I just thank God we've got quality products over here, quality price. And I'm just happy to be here. So back to you, Sharon.
All right, thank you so much. All right, let's see. Okay, let's go to Miss Patricia Hornsby. Go ahead and greet us.
Thank you, Sharon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patricia Hornsby. I'm from NC Global, and it is a pleasure to be with you this evening. And you're in for a great treat. So if you have not tried any of the Atomy products and you're in Atomy, by all means try the products because they really, truly do work. And all of you that's not in Atomy yet, oh, you're missing a treat. Just join up and we will have a great time. So I will speak to you again shortly. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Mon, Sales, Sharon Rosemaster, Mon, and Ari, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mon Akabong, Sharon Rosemaster from NC Global. I want to welcome everybody here tonight. You guys see the commercial, the videos, you guys see the flyers. You guys are going to have a great time today. There's going to be a lot of great information to share. I know personally, I have two amazing testimony about products that I do want to share. And I want to talk about how I personally use these two products. So it's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, are there any more leaders? I know we'll hear from Sue here shortly. Any more leaders on the call that want to greet us? Please go ahead and do so. We don't want to look over anybody. All right, if not, well, we're going to. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Auto Sales Master, Uncle Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Want to welcome everybody. I'm always so happy to be here, and I'm happy that you are here as well. I want you to just sit back, relax. You're going to get some good information, and only thing we're trying to do is help you to look better and feel better. Wouldn't you like to look better and feel better? Well, that's what we're all about tonight. And we're just going to share some good nutritional information that can just help us and help you so that you'll be able to help someone else. Once again, welcome, and so happy that you're here. Back to you, Sales Master Sharon Wilson.
All right. Thank you so much, Uncle Mike. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out. Well, this time we're going to get just a few testimonies before we get to our speakers tonight. I want you, if you do have a testimony to share, I want you to put your, raise your hand and we'll get to you. But first, we're going to start off with, let's see, where is he? He was there just a few minutes ago. Mr. Key. Yes, you had a testimony last week you wanted to share. Unmute yourself.
Okay,
Testimony.
yeah, Keith Jordan from NC Global. This testimony, the one I'm gonna have today is a couple of weeks ago, I was sick. I had a congestion in my chest and in my head and all. And it's been about 2 weeks I was doing my hem and my color food vitamin C. Let me get that right. And I was doing it, I was definitely doing it every day hard, you know. And I felt good. I never felt bad, but I couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about the lady with the cancer, and they was giving her 2, doubling it up. So I said, I'm gonna double it up, you know, and do 2 in the morning, 2 at night. And I did that, and still wasn't anything happening. It was happening, but I didn't know it was happening, you know. So I said, I'm gonna call the doctor because I just want to get this out. You know what I mean? And it was like the very day that I called the doctor and made the appointment, everything came out. What the point is, you got to let it work. And then when I got to I had to go to the doctor because I made the appointment, right? And she checked me and she said, yeah, you've been congested a little bit, but you sound good now. And she checked my nose, said, yeah, a little red in there, but looks good. And then she said, well, let me check your record. And she checked my record and she said that about 8 months ago or something, you were on the borderline diabetes. She said, but your diabetes is 5, your liver is straight. She said, everything is on number 1. So it was good. It was good that I called the doctor because, you know, I got that good record, that report. I got that good report after that. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. And another one, let me get it out right quick. I got one more. My my daughter had a gallbladder operation, and she wasn't regular, you know. She was too regular, going too much to the bathroom and stuff. And I gave her that selenium husk and some probiotics, you know. I gave her enough for about 10 days. And she said the other day that she had got better, got regular. It was working, you know.
Awesome.
So what the thing is, if you don't have a testimony, you're not doing the product. Simple as that. Because I'm doing the product, and I'm telling you, that's not the only 2 testimonies I got, but I know I got to calm down. But yeah, if you're not doing the product, that's why you don't have a testimony.
Oh, okay.
Back to you, Miss Lady.
Thank you. All right, we appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. All right, next we have this Patricia Hornsby. She's going to share her testimony.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. And I do understand that concept. If you're not doing the product, you don't have a testimony. But however, my story is this. Since it was raining so much, I started to get a sinus infection.
Mhm.
And you can always tell when I'm getting one, because first thing, my ears hurt or my throat hurts. So I said, okay, well, we're not gonna go see the doctor because they told me at VA I don't have a doctor. I said, well, okay, guess what? I've been taking care of myself anyway through God's grace and mercy and all the wonderful Atomy products that He left here for us to use to help our bodies to stay well. So I have been taking my, I've been taking my Him, but I doubled up even more so. And instead of taking 2, I've been taking 3. So I just doubled up or tripled up on everything, including my color food vitamin C, my multi vitamin C 2000. I tripled up on that. Everything that I have here in this household that's dealing with Atomy, that's what I have consumed. And drink plenty of water. So my ears don't hurt now, but what I added to that was our essential oil patches. So I put some around my ears, on my throat, and underneath my chin. And guess what? Everything that was in my sinuses has been coming up. I sound better now than I sound last week because I was like, wow, last week I could not believe it. But however, with these other vitamins that we have with Atomy, use them. Don't let them just sit on the shelf and say, well, I'll do it later. Use them. They work. And like he just said, you got to give it time. The doctors tell you all the time, give the medicine time. So give your Atomy products time. I did not go to the doctors. I refused. Why? Because all they were going to do is give me their drugs that would make my body sick. And then I would really have to double up on my products. So, but anyway, I feel better. I sound better. My throat is clear. My ears are clear. And I don't have that great pain that you normally have when you have a sinus infection. So if you haven't tried these products, please try them, ladies and gentlemen, because again, if you don't try them, they won't work for you if you do not consume. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Patricia Hornsby, for that testimony. Great, 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 great. So at this time, Uncle Mike, I want you to introduce this lady that's coming and sharing with us tonight. And we just appreciate you for bringing her to our attention. Turn it over to you, Uncle Mike.
All right, thank you very much. And I want to introduce to you all to someone. She's been on our call before. It is Sales Master Rhew. She came on the call and she did a presentation on the Pomegranate Beauty. And she did such a great job, but that's not the key thing. I think that the most impressive thing was that she brought to our knowledge a new word. Is called archimancia. And I let her deal with that. And whenever I call her and she said, hey, hello, I say, hey, how's your archimancia? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Sales Master Rhew.
Thank you so much, Uncle Mike. You're so kind. It's always a pleasure to be on this call because you're all about health and wellness. And that's what Atomy is all about. And that's what I've always been about. So I really, really appreciate being here because, you know, health and wellness, like you said, Sharon, if you don't have your health, what do you have? So you really have to focus on it as you move through. Is it okay to share my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
It's coming up. It hadn't arrived. There it is. Yes. Good picture.
Okay, all right. Okay, I have to show it this way because if I do it a different way, it will all go away. So I apologize for that, but it doesn't take the full screen. But tonight I really want to talk to you. I'm very excited to talk to you about this Pomegranate Beauty. It's inner beauty, inner health. And I really can't say enough about this. It's $70 and it's only $1.17 per packet. And that's pretty significant because that's really less than a cup of coffee. So you really want to be able to take something that's really good for you on a daily basis. And let me delve into some of the background on it. Of course, the history of pomegranate, it's been known since the first in 8th century that pomegranate has always been good for beauty and considered women's health. So it really some of the biggest names like Cleopatra, it's just all been very, very important to their beauty and health. So they've known about pomegranate for a very long time, but really more for the beauty aspect and the outer beauty. And Atomy has really won a lot of awards when it comes to our own pomegranate. In 2012, we won a World Class Product of Korea Award. In 2014, we had the Prime Minister's Award for Technology and Innovation. And in 2015, we won 3 awards in the VitaFoods Asia, Korea International Women's Intervention Exposition. And in 2015, we also won the Special Award for the Ministry of Agriculture, Health, and Rural Affairs. So it's really been well received in the community. And how is this pomegranate different? Well, our pomegranate with Atomy is concentrated with an increased ellagic acid, and it contains a 30-step patented manufacturing method. And so it's very involved with what it actually does, but it basically has the 30-step manufacturing method. It has the increased extraction through enzyme treatment method. Its increased ellagic acid is 2.4 milligrams, and the standard ingredient of the standard quality control. And so basically it's the pomegranate, it's the cutting and peeling, it's the compression, it's the sterilization, it's the enzyme treatment, filtration, concentration, and ingredients, which really increases the amount of ellagic acid that has in our pomegranate, which is pretty profound. And we really get it from the source, which is in Turkey, and one of the native islands, lands that pomegranate is grown. So it's really right back into the native place that it actually has been grown for years and years and years and years in the ancient times. And the core ingredient is the ellagic acid, and it's rich in that particular acid, and the main component of pomegranate concentrate. 2 packs of the Atomy pomegranate beauty contains an equivalent of ellagic acid of 800 milligrams of pomegranate juice, and approximately 26 times the ellagic acid than a 30-gram pomegranate juice, which is very significant because it's a lot more than what you normally can get if you just drink the juice. So it's pretty significant. And they've done a lot of different studies, and of course they always look at the skin, because the skin is something that has always been noticed with the pomegranate. The 8 weeks of women looked at ages 25 to 60, and they really looked at the skin moisturization. And they also looked at dead skin cells and all that. But the main result was that the pomegranate in an 8-week study increased skin moisture. It reduced the moisture of loss of the skin surface, and reduced the dead skin cells. And the women's health menopause and the Kupperman index improved 60% within 8 weeks, and also the menopause rating scale, the MRS index, improved 61%, which is pretty significant. So overall, it's done really well for women's health, as well as the face, as well as the menopausal types of things. And it's convenient and it's delicious. So it comes in a tangy, tasty, chewy texture, and it just is an easy to go packet and can be stored in the refrigerator. And I do recommend that because it tastes very, very good when it's a little bit chilled. And it boosts the skin moisture. And so it's really considered pomegranate beauty. But I did delve into it a lot deeper because I'm very interested in health and wellness. And basically there's 12 benefits of pomegranate from Healthline. And it basically says it's loaded in important nutrients. It contains 2 plant compounds that are powerful medicinal properties. It has impressive anti-inflammatory effects. It fights against breast cancer. It lowers blood pressure. It fights arthritis and joint pain. It also lowers risk of heart disease. It may help treat erectile dysfunction. It helps fight bacterial and fungal infections, helps improve memory, and also improves exercise performance. And when I looked at the bottom line basically said that pomegranates are one of the healthiest foods on the planet, packed with nutrients and powerful plant compounds. They have a wide-ranging benefits that may help reduce various serious illnesses, including heart disease, cancer, arthritis, and inflammatory conditions. May boost the memory and, just like we talked about, the exercise performance. But really, it's really one of the best foods that you can possibly eat. And so Atomy really makes it a lot easier because it puts it in these little packets. But I turned to my favorite doctor, Dr. William Lee, and he has an Instagram and also has written several books, but he really talks about pomegranate in a very real way. And the pomegranate is more than just a sweet tropical fruit. It is also a powerful protector of our health defense systems, especially our gut microbiome. Eating pomegranate and drinking its juice can increase our Akkermansia bacteria, Uncle Mike, there you go, which is associated with the decreased gut inflammation. It has also been shown in some of the studies to help the outcome of cancer patients undergoing immunotherapy. And immunotherapy is really something that targets cancer. When people get cancer, they oftentimes go through chemo, and they've really become much more specific in recent time, and that they've become more and more and more targeted. And Dr. William Lee is actually a cancer specialist. He's also an internist, but he's written a couple of books, one, Eat to Beat Disease, and the other one is Eat to Beat Your Diet, which is not a diet book, but it really talks about your metabolism. So if you're looking to really balance all the metabolism within your body, highly recommend his second book that he just wrote. But really, he talks about Akkermansia, and I just kind of really wanted to go over what he said in Eat to Beat Disease. And if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. But he's really, and I have to read it verbatim because he just says it so well. He says, whether you think of yourself as a certified health nut, which I think we all do, or just enjoy an occasional scroll through the science fiction of our favorite news website, it's likely already seen and heard the reams of research in the microbiome. There's a reason for that, and that the body is one of the 5 defense systems, which is wide-ranging influence over in our overall health. The microbiome is made up of trillions of bacteria, not millions, but trillions. And I'm a fan of one in particular, which is the Akkermansia. And it really, it's right there on the surface of the microbiome, and it makes up only 3% of all bacteria in your gut microbiome, but this very small population carries a big stick. Akkermansia can help control the immune system, improve health, blood glucose metabolism in the body, and decrease gut inflammation and combat obesity. Its impact in the immune system is especially startling. Out of 37 trillion bacteria in the microbiome, the presence of Akkermansia predicts the best response to a cancer immunotherapy. If patients have this bacteria, they are more likely to respond and fight their cancer, fight on their own with the cancer. And if they lack that bacteria, their immune system may not respond and the treatment may fail. Checkpoint inhibitors, one of the most cutting edge forms of cancer, which uses the body's own defense systems to fight cancer, are improving to work the efficiency, effectively with the patient with a rich population of this Akkermansia if it's present in their gut. Unfortunately, if you're rushing to the health food store or Amazon to buy this Akkermansia, you're out of luck because it is not effective as a probiotic. But you can eat a certain fruit and drink these juices to change the gut's environment to become that will stimulate the growth of Akkermansia. And you know it, it's the pomegranate juice, it's the pomegranate, it's the allergenic and the allergens in the pomegranate that really makes a difference. And the good news is that Atomy has a wonderful little packet that you can refrigerate it and it tastes great and you can absolutely eat it yourself. So you don't have to open up the pomegranate itself because Atomy has already done it for you. And the one other thing that I wanted to draw your attention is the fact that even in human cancer studies, that one that was done in France, the difference between the group that lived and the one that died was the presence of Akkermansia in the microbiome. I cannot stress it enough, how important Akkermansia is to the gut. And it's really important to really find foods that can really feed that. And we're so fortunate to be a part of Atomy because we offer foods and we offer things that, you know, as we said before, and it's 26 times the allergenic acids that are in our pomegranate due to the patents that in the processing that they have done. So we are very, very fortunate to be a part of Atomy and knowing what we know, because Akkermansia can actually increase even more by the fact that we're eating things that really help the presence of Akkermansia in the products. And of course, there's other studies. It's not just Dr. William Lee that talks about it. This one, I highly recommend you go on to the publications for medical, PubMed, potential effects of pomegranate and the polyphenols of cancer prevention and therapy. Cancer is a leading cause of death and is becoming one of the leading causes in old age. So you really want to really look at this. Pomegranate has been known to exert anti-cancer activities and generally attribute to high content of these polyphenols. Polyphenols make a huge difference. And so you want to make sure that you're eating foods that really contain that. So I highly recommend that you go into PubMed and read for yourself, as well as read his Dr. William Lee's book, Eat to Beat Disease. And so thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I hope that you do try it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Let's give Sales Master Rhew a hand. That was some good information, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, to understand the difference between those that lived and those that died was the presence of Akkermansia. Yes, that was good. Thank you once again, Sales Master Rhew. Back to you, Sharon.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Powerful information. I was trying to keep up with the notes. But listen, that's powerful. It really is. It really is powerful. So I know we're going to have some questions for Sue. So let's see if we could get a couple of them now, and then we're going to turn it over to Mon and Ari. Any questions? Any questions? Oh my God. Okay, she did an excellent job explaining that. And
I have a question. Sorry.
go ahead, Audrey.
Yes. I want to ask, for example, for a person who has been with cancer long time ago, and the cancer was estrogen positive, it is fine to take the pomegranate, like is no any harmful at all for the person, like
Okay, repeat your question one more time to make sure we understood.
yes, for example, for a person who had cancer long time ago, right? Breast cancer.
Mhm.
And the cancer was estrogen positive, right? How you say estrógenos positivos. Estrogens positive. Estrogens. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. It won't be harmful for the person to take this, like, or it's fine, or it is fine to take the pomegranate. I don't know if this has related with estrogens. It has any ingredients with estrogens.
All right. So,
I don't know if I explained myself.
Yeah, you did. You brought the key things out. Sue, you want to unmute?
there you go.
I think I understand the question in that she's had breast cancer and she still has breast cancer?
No, no,
Or
long
that
time ago,
she-
long time ago.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Whenever you increase the body's defense mechanisms, and there's 5 total, it's always a good thing, because then the body can work on its own to protect itself, because the body's already equipped with all the health mechanisms within it. All you're doing with food is triggering those mechanisms to work for you. And when you don't eat those foods can't help you. So you're using foods to really help increase the effectiveness of the defense mechanisms that you already have in your body. And that's all that acromans, or all that pomegranate is doing. And I highly recommend everyone read the book, Eat to Beat Disease, because what it does is help you understand the 5 mechanisms and tells you foods that you can eat that are related to the defense mechanisms that you might need to cure whatever you have. And even if you've had cancer before, it's always healthy to increase that allergic acid that's in that system, because it's going to help that microbiome. And the microbiome is critical to the health of the body.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
it.
so welcome. You're so welcome. I highly recommend listening to Dr. William Lee's podcasts, because he's the physician and he has dealt with cancer for many, many, many years. He's actually had 42 drugs approved with the FDA. So he's very well versed. But that's why I like him, because he put food to the same rigor and the same clinical trials that he has the medications. And that's why he understands about pomegranate. And that's why he's such an advocate. And he actually cured his own mother of cancer. The doctors gave up on her and they said that she's not going to make it. And she said, let me take over her care. And so he took over the care, and with immunotherapy and certain foods, they were able to exponentially make the immunotherapy work, because it's exponential. It's not just a little, it's a lot more effective when you put certain foods in your system, because what it does is help the body to actually work for itself. So it's not the drugs that are working for you, it's the body that's increasing the manufacturing of whatever it needs to do to protect itself. And the body is more intelligent than anything, any drug you could take.
Wow,
Thank you so much.
great information. Thank you so much, Auntie, for your question. All right, any other questions before we move on? That was powerful explanation on that.
What's the name of that book again?
Eat to Beat,
Disease.
is it Eat to Beat Disease?
And Eat to Beat Your Diet.
You're muted, Sue.
It's Eat to Beat Disease was produced in February 2020, and the Eat to Beat Your Diet was just published in March. I highly recommend both of them. The Eat to Beat Disease talks about the 5 different health mechanisms that you have in your body that protects your body. And in the beginning of the book, he educates you on those mechanisms. And in the back of the book, he tells you the foods that are related to those specific mechanisms that help trigger the body to work for itself. And the Eat to Beat Your Diet is not about a diet, it's about your metabolism. And a lot of people have issues with inflammation and with obesity and all kinds of those things. And what he does is he really helps you understand what you need to eat to maybe trigger it, and things that you might not even think of, like, red pepper flakes, like, capers. Who knew? It starts to increase, it triggers your body to be able, your biome to be able to start jumpstart it so that it starts really working for you. And it's he does a great job, and his podcasts are absolutely outrageous. They're wonderful because he's got this master class and they're actually free. He's got a class that you do pay for, but he's got a free on-site class, and I highly recommend you listen to him because he actually he talks about acromancy and he talks about pomegranate. He talks about all these things, and he talks about it at a level that you understand. He's not talking, doctor lingo that you don't understand. He's talking at our level so that we get it, and I think that that's really important. And he has a lot of success himself, as well as his mom. I mean, his mom had cancer in the endometrium, and like I said, they were ready to give up. And he targeted that immunotherapy with food, exponential, it's done. And here, the other doctors didn't even think about it, and she would have died.
Wow. Amazing.
So it's pretty powerful.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, Mon, we're going to turn it over to you now. Take it away, sir.
All right. Thank you, Sales Master Sharon Wilson. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Sue, for that great presentation. Great information there. I mean, there's so much that we have to understand what Atomy's pomegranate beauty, how good it is for our body, not just the inside, but outside, like Sue went over. Our skin. If we want to stay healthy, you want to stay young, inside and out, pomegranate beauty will help you with that. Okay. So just to quickly answer all these questions. Okay. Estrogen. She mentioned estrogen cancer before. Does pomegranate beauty interfere with estrogen if they have cancer before? Pomegranate beauty is going to help your body repair itself. Okay. And if you understand and you dig down deep and read up on Atomy's websites on the pomegranate beauty, you will want to take it every day. Okay. So I hope that helps answer your questions. Okay. So my quick testimony, I do have one testimony and for myself, and I want to have testimony on one of my customers. Okay. So I want to talk about this him or him. Okay. Atomy's #1 products. Okay. So when I got introduced to Atomy 8 years ago, okay, the lady that told me about this him or him, she says he helped people with anybody who have high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, gout, joint pain, anybody who have cancer. This right here will help your body repair itself. It does not cure anything, but it does help your body repair itself. Okay. So when she mentioned that, I did more study and I did more this, when the company made these products, they really made it to help the people who had cancer, the people that work at a nuclear plant. And that's one of the things that we have to understand is every one of us has to protect ourselves from cancer. Every one of us has to protect ourselves from any kind of health issues, right? We don't want to get sick. So when I was recommending this the first time, she says, I had to take 2 probiotics, okay, 2 probiotics every day for the next 5 days. Then I go down to 1. And after that, I start taking 2 him or him a day. She said, take 2 him or him a day for the next 10 days. Well, when she mentioned to me that it's going to help people who have high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, gout, joint pain, anybody have health issues like cancer, well, I don't have any kind of that issues, right? So what I did was I took it for energy. She said, yes, it does help. It is going to give you energy. And that's what I took it for. So I did that. I felt the energy the first day, second day, third day, and it's been 8 years. I'm still taking it. I love it. But after 3 months of taking the him or him, I noticed that before I got introduced to him or him, I got introduced to Atomy, I had a really bad migraine. Okay, my migraine, it's been over 20 years before I met Atomy. I went to different kind of doctors, tried this, tried that, nothing works. Okay, but after taking him or him for only 3 months, I did notice that it actually, my migraine never came back. So that's why for me personally, my testimony has been helping me with my migraine. Past 8 years, my migraine never comes back. So I highly recommend anybody who wants to get healthier, okay? Anybody who have issues, any kind of health issues, okay? You want to understand what him or him does for your body. And you want to get back with the person that introduced you to Atomy and all these amazing products and ask them, what is it about the him or him? What is your result with the him or him? How does it help you? So that's my testimony, okay? So I want to go into one of my customers' testimony, okay? This customer of ours, he is actually in his 60s. And we actually introduced him to these 2 products, vitamin D3 and Atomy Alaska E omega-3. Okay, so couple days ago, he did call us and ask if we have any more of the Alaska E omega-3 and the vitamin D3. Okay, he ran out, and today we stopped by and delivered to him. Well, his testimony was amazing. He said, you know what? I have tried so many different vitamins out there, you know, E omega-3, Alaska omega-3 from somewhere else, okay? All different kind of stuff that he even used. But he says after taking Atomy's Alaska E omega-3 and the D3, he noticed that his migraine, his headaches, and he never told me he had headaches. But today he said, you know what? I do notice it really helps me with my migraine, my headaches. Before I do have a lot of headaches, you know, in his job it's really stressful, but he says, you know what? It has worked well. So we told him we got 2 bottles of each, okay, D3, vitamin D3 and Alaska E omega-3. And guess what? He says, I'll take both. So we know we have amazing customers, great customers that love our products. And he says, I am your customer for life.
He looks younger too.
Yes, and it did help him. I mean, he's in his 60s.
67.
67, yeah, but he looks so young. He said, you know what? It does help me with my skin, I noticed, and I explained to him before about how it helps keeping you stay healthy, young, works, you know, help with your brain, you know, how he knows already that doctor recommend fish oil, you know, for your brain, for your eyesight, for your skin, for your heart, for your blood circulation, for your cholesterols. He knows all that already. But after taking Atomy's Alaska E omega-3, he knows the big difference. And his testimony is amazing. So hopefully one day he'll be able to get off work a little early to get on Zoom with us and share that testimony. Right. Thank you so much, everybody. Back to you, Sales Master Sharon Wilson. Appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you, Mom, for that testimony. Wow. Wow, wow. I called my cousin today because I got her on the products about 4 weeks ago. And I was checking in on her, but you know, when I went by to see her, she was just telling me all the problems that she was having, her knees, she couldn't hardly move. And she sounds so weak. I was so glad that I stopped by to check on her. And you got to do this, you know, your family members, they need these products. And so I called her today and she answered the phone. Hello. I'm like, Linda, you sound so good. She said, yeah. I said, well, how are the products doing? She says, girl, she says, my knees haven't been hurting. She says, I've been getting around. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I said, now this is what I need you to do. I need you to call some of our other cousins that I've reached out to and let them know what the products have done for you.
Mm-hmm.
I've already signed them up, but they haven't ordered yet. But I want you to call them and tell them what the product. She says, I sure will. People are looking for a way out. And I just believe these products are doing it. So Uncle Mike, talk to us a little bit more about some of the products that we love
Okay.
so dearly.
All right. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk briefly on the product. Let's see here. Share. Can you see the screen okay? Is that a hands up, thumbs up? Okay, good. All right. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit because the time is very limited about the plant calcium. I remember before this came out, they had talked about it. I was looking for it. I was very happy that they were going to have it because I know how important it is. So I want to just go over some things with the limited amount of time that we have. Number one, to show you 8 essential vitamins and minerals. In this product, we have calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K, zinc, copper, manganese, and boron. These are some very important ingredients to have in our body. You know, as you hear everyone, when they're talking about the different products that we have, we're talking about the health and how that if you give the body the proper nutrients, the body can cure itself. Okay, the body does the curing. We don't do anything. We just have to make sure that we give it the nutrients that it needs. So then while doing this here, I come to find out that Atomy's plant calcium, now we have about 5 to 10 pounds of minerals in our body. That's a lot. You know, you figure just minerals, 5 to 10 pounds. So where do they come from? They originate from the rocks, from soil, from the earth's crust, water running over it, then the plants, the animals eat the plants, then we eat the animals. Our bodies need over 20 minerals. We cannot make them, so we have to get them from other sources. So we have major minerals such as sodium, potassium, phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium. Trace minerals, we have iron, zinc, copper, selenium, and iodine. One of the missing links in our diet is magnesium. Magnesium, listen, ladies and gentlemen, is involved in more than 700 biochemical reactions in the human body. That is a lot for one thing to do, okay? So do you see how important this is? We're gonna get a better understanding as we go along. Magnesium is needed for the energy release from the foods that we eat, okay? So we eat the various foods. If we have magnesium in our body, it's gonna help, okay? It's gonna help us to have that energy. It is also very important to build proteins and hormones. When we look at the overall role of magnesium in the body, it is crucial in the production of energy. No magnesium, no energy, okay? So now you've probably been in a situation or you know other people that just seem like they just have absolutely no energy, no magnesium. Now we have a compound in our body called ATP, and you can see the big word for it, but we're gonna just use ATP. So we want to look at ATP as currency, like money, just like buying food and gas, we need money. So the ATP, it acts as a currency. So ATP is the currency inside our cells. So you need to pay to build protein, making DNA, RNA, and hormone production. Magnesium, the benefits, neurological, muscular, cardiovascular, skeletal, immune, and metabolic health. So how much do we need? Women need about 310 to 320 milligrams. Men, 400 to 420 milligrams. So where do we get them? We get them from green leafy vegetables. We get them from seafood. We get them from whole foods. We get them from fruits, okay? So as you can see here in this picture, that the 8 that's in here, we got calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K, zinc, copper, manganese, and boron. These are very important. So ladies and gentlemen, in short, make sure that you get your plant calcium, okay? If you wake up in the middle of the night and you're having cramps, calcium, need calcium, okay? I've been in a situation, I think I might have was just out of it or didn't take it, and I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I'm talking about, I mean, these cramps are like 911 cramps. I mean, these cramps in my leg, they were killing me. But calcium, boom, and it fixes it quickly, okay? So make sure that you have this in your diet. We wanna make sure that we're getting all the energy that we need, okay? So in order to get that, we have to make sure we have these in our body. So Atomy's plant calcium is a must. Thank you very much. Back to you, Sales Master Sharon Wilson.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for that information. So I just kind of have a question, you know, for you all. Well, question, comment. With the foods that's out there now, it's kind of scary that our meats are being injected with stuff that we don't need in our bodies. Okay. The fish in the sea is so much metal. You know, how can we eat safely, you know, the foods? And they're manufacturing food now. You know, we're in scary times. So we have to be very proactive about what we put in our bodies now. We just can't, the fast food restaurants need to just not be a part of, you know, our lives anymore, because the meat is not real. So y'all think about that. I mean, what can we do other than take these products? And sometimes you say, well, we got zinc in this product, we got whatever in different products, but I think we need all of it.
Let me make a comment. Biden recently signed something that allowed for companies to make meat. There's actually right now a company in North Carolina that is making meat, and I saw it on the news the other day. It had a chicken breast. It was like, it looked like a chicken breast. It was so off colored. I mean, it was scary. And I think I had shared something with you all before, something that I put on Facebook probably about 10 years ago. These people were in a lab. There was a vask of some kind of liquid, and then they had another liquid in their hand, and they poured that liquid into the other thing, and it made a perfectly head of lettuce. It was so scary, I don't know what to say. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm so thankful for Atomy, okay? Because, you know, you've heard me say it over and over. You know, God, it's in the Bible. It's biblical. You work a field for 6 years. The 7th year, you let it rest. Ain't nobody letting nothing rest in America. So therefore, all of the soil is being depleted. And then when you put all the toxins and chemicals on the food in the soil, you're killing the good things in the soil that makes it rich. And so now it's less. So you had less to begin with. Now it's becoming even less of less. So that is why we have to supplement. Okay, we couldn't eat right if we wanted to. We have to supplement. So we want to make sure that we're getting the best quality supplements that we can. Back to you, Sharon.
All right, good point. Thank you so much. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, we have maybe about a minute left. We're grateful for our guests that are on the call tonight, and we definitely want you to know that we appreciate you being on tonight. So the person that invited you, within the next 24 hours, they're going to get in contact with you. Because one of the things as a family, we know that these products will help a lot of people. So we want you to join our crusade. We want to change people's lives, their health. We want to do all that. And by us sharing this opportunity, by just joining the company for free. I don't know what's going on. By joining the company for free, okay? And just start ordering your products off of your website. So we're not asking you for any money. We're not asking you for your social. We're just saying, just sign up for free. I mean, this company is amazing. Okay, it's amazing. And so you will get good nutritional plant-based products that will help your health. And I promise you, you'll feel a whole lot better. All right. So we certainly appreciate each and every one of you. So the person will get back with you in the next 24 hours. But if they don't, here's my number. They'll definitely get back with you for sure. All right. Well, listen, God bless you all. Thank you, David, for that. God bless you all and have a great night. And okay, Chris, you're ready now. All right, let's close out. Uncle Mike.
All right, thank you very much. And once again, we want to thank everyone for being here. We want to thank Sales Master Suru and all those that shared their testimony. That's what just makes this call just so much better. Okay, so then with that being said, everybody unmute your phone. I want everybody to have a great week. And like she said, for those of you that haven't signed up yet, get back with the person that invited you. And I guarantee you'll be thanking them for years. With that being said, I just have one question. Company motto, are you ready?
Ready.
Go!